Part 15. We are going to continue with algebraic fractions. You will find this on page 92 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 9 textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Before we're going to do addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions, we're first going to revise to find the lowest common multiple of terms. Okay, so we're going to do exactly as we did with the highest common factor. We're going to take this 12 and 16 and we're going to break it up in the product of its prime factors. And now, remember the method is like this. You write the numbers as prime factors. Then you use the biggest exponents of all the different bases. So if there's a 2, you write 2 and you look for the biggest one. If there's a 3, you write 3. If there's a, you write a and you look for the biggest one. If there's a b, you write b and you look for the biggest exponent. If there's a c, you write c and you look for the biggest exponent, and d. So whereby highest common factor, we only wrote the bases that's in both number. But with lowest common multiple, we write down all the different bases and we don't find the smallest exponent, we find the biggest exponent. Okay. So let's just go through this example. So write down the lowest common multiple of the following terms. Remember to break it up into the product of its prime factors. Now, if I look at this one, now I'm just going to say there's 2s, there's 3s, there's 5s. So I write it all, 2, 3, 5. What is the biggest of 2? It's 2 to the power 2. There's the 3, there's the 5. There's p's. What's the biggest one? P to the power 3. There's q, biggest q to the power 3. R, what's the biggest one? R to the power 4. And then you multiply this, and this will be your lowest common multiple. If you have one like this, now again, write, and this bracket, it's almost like a base. So what do? You write the 2. You write the y on its own. You write this bracket on its own, and you write this bracket, and the biggest exponent is a 2, and that will be your lowest common multiple. Okay, I want you to try now 28, and I want you to do number A and C and E, and find just the lowest common multiple. Again, you can stop the video, and as soon as you have finished, you can continue with the video. So try now 28. And we are going to start with number A. So if it's 2xy squared and it's 6x3y. Okay, now remember, write it as the product of its prime factors. I could have written it like this. So remember 6. So it's 2, 3, 3, 1. So it's just going to be 2 times 3, and then it's that 3, and then it's x3y. And if I must find, and then I'm just going to say lowest common multiple, then I'm writing down all the bases. So it's 2, and it's a 3, and it's a x, and it's a y. Now, what is the biggest exponent of the 2? It's just 1. 3, it's just 1. X, it's to the power 3, and y, it's not 1, but it's y to the power 2. So it will be 6x3y2, and that will be my lowest common multiple. Okay, let's look at number C. So I'm going to write it, so it's 4xy, and it's 8x squared, and it's 16y squared. Now, break it up into the product of its prime factors. Remember what's 8? Can I show you quickly again? 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. So it's 2 to the power 3, and it's x squared. 16, can I show you quickly? So it's 2, and it's 8, and it's 2, and it's 4, and 2, and 2, and 2, and 1. So it's 2 to the power 4, and y squared. And if I'm going to find the lowest, lowest common multiple, that is going to be these 2. And what's the biggest exponent? That's 4. What is x? Yes, the biggest exponent, I think that's the 2. And y, what is the biggest exponent? It's also that 2. And now you're going to say 2 to the power of 4, that will be 16. So it's 16 x squared y squared. Okay. Now I'm just going to make space for the last one. So if I look at the last one, that's number E. So it's going to be x, and it's going to be 2x, and it's a bracket 2 plus x. Okay, so this is actually already in the simplest form. So I don't have to find the product of prime factors. So it's the lowest common multiple. It will be a 2, it will be a x, and it will be a bracket 2 plus x. So basically, it's just going to be 2x, 2 plus x. And that's going to be my lowest common multiple. Okay, now we can start with addition and subtraction. So addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. Now, in addition and subtraction, you must make the denominators the same by finding the lowest common multiple. So if I find this lowest common multiple, what will it be? There I wrote it. It's going to be 12x squared y. So I must multiply this 4x squared with something to get 12x squared y. And how can I see? I can just divide it. So 12 divided 4, that's 3. And if I take this, divide this, the x squared cancel, it's y. So whatever I multiply at the bottom, I multiply at the top. The same. Take that, divide that. So it's 2x, 2x. And if I multiply this, and if I multiply this. And now the denominators are the same. So now I'm just going to say 9y minus 2x. And it's unlike terms, so I just leave it like this. Okay, let's do one. You can do for me, let's just mark it, 29, just do number A and do number E. Let's just make space. Again, you can stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. So try now, and that's going to be 29. And let's start with a very easy one, A. So it's x over 2 plus 2x over 3. Now remember, what is my LCM? Now this is easy because it's just numbers and the LCM is 6. So if it's 6, 6 divided by 2, I must multiply by 3 by 3. 6 divided, multiply 2, multiply 2. So what do I get? I get 3x over 6 plus 4x over 6. And now just write the top. So it's 3x plus 4x. Can you see it's like terms? So 3x plus 4x, what will it be? It will be 7x over 6. So if it's like terms, you can add it. Okay. Let's look at number E. So if number E is 3 terms, so it's 3 over 4x minus 1 over 6x plus 2 over x. Now let's find that LCM. Now 4, 6 and 1, you can break it up, but this is easy. You can just say the lowest one, so it's 4, 8, 12, 6, 12, so it will be 12 and the x. So that's my lowest common multiple. So 12x divided 4, so I multiply 3, multiply 3. 6, 12 divided by, so it's multiply 2, multiply 2. And then this one, it's multiply 12, multiply 12. And then I'm getting, this one is 9 over 12x minus 2 over 12x plus 24 over 12x. Okay, now remember, that's your 12x. So it's 9 minus 2 plus 24. Again, it's all numbers. So you can basically just go and you can add them all up. So if you're going to, let's just see. So 9 minus 2, what will that be? It's 7. Okay, so 7 plus 24, it looks like 31 over 12x. So let's exercise this. Let's just going to go to, this is number E. So it's 31 over 12x, and that's your final answer. Let's just see what they stand here. If there are two terms on the top or at the bottom of the fraction, put brackets around them. I also said it in the previous one. Okay, again, this one is a bit challenging. So again, I want you to try to do this. So again, stop the video. So do 2. And you can just do number C. Just number C. Okay. Stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, then you can continue with the video. Okay, so let's start. 2a. So if it's b plus 2 over b squared minus b minus 3 over b, and then plus 2. And remember, make it a fraction. Put brackets. That's what I said. Okay. So basically, if you look at the bottom, what will be the LCM? So if I must find the LCM, that's just going to be b squared. Can you see that? Okay. So I multiply by a b and I multiply by a b there. Am I busy to do 2a? No, I'm busy to do, let's just mark it. I'm busy to do 2c. This is the one I'm busy doing. Okay. So if I multiply this, so basically I'm just going to multiply this with b. Okay, let's just clean this also. Otherwise we're going to confuse. Okay, so this one multiplied by b squared, multiplied by b squared. So if I simplify this, it's going to be b plus 2 over b squared minus, there's the b minus 3 over b squared plus 2b squared over b squared. Okay, now remember, this is what we are having. So I'm going to just write this top first. You can multiply it here in, but okay, I'm going to put an extra step. So if I simplify this, so it's going to be b plus 2 minus b squared. Now a negative times a negative. Remember what I'm always saying. This is like a red robot. So a negative times a negative is positive 3b plus 2b squared. And now I'm just adding my like terms. Can you see? I'm just going to underline. This one is like with this one. And I can see this one is like with this one. And which color I'm not having. And this one is just on its own. So basically, let's just add. So it's 2b minus b. So it's just b squared. Okay. And then this one, 3 plus 1. So what will it be? 4b. And then I'm just that 2 plus 2. And it's going to be over b squared. Remember, you can never cancel this. Because you can only cancel if you have one term over one term. And in this case, you are having 1, 2, 3 terms over 1. So never cancel that. Just leave it like that. That is your final answer. Okay. Let's just see if there's the next one. No, that was the last. So that's just simple algebraic fractions.